Hello, my name's Ellen and I'm a Schools and Colleges Liaison Officer at Royal Holloway, University of London. This video talks about choosing a university and a course. Royal Holloway is based in Egham, in Surrey, about 40 minutes by train from central London. We offer over 250 different undergraduate courses in a whole variety of subjects. And I'll tell you how you can find out more about Royal Holloway at the end of this video. So let's talk about choosing a university. Did you know that there are around 165 higher education institutions in the UK and over 50,000 courses to choose from? With all of these options, it can be overwhelming, but it also means that there's almost certainly a university and a course out there that is right for you. While making your choices, you need to keep in mind that choosing a university is very personal. What you want may be different to what your parents, friends, or siblings want, and that's absolutely fine. There are a few different elements to think about when it comes to choosing a university. First up, location. Are you planning on moving to university? If so, think about where you want to be in the country. Do you want to be close to home or further away? Do you want to be in a big city, in the countryside, or in another setting like by the sea? Think about the location around the university area. Do you like it? Does it suit your cost of living and lifestyle? If you're planning on commuting to university, think about how you're going to get there. Next, think about the type of university. Do you want to go to a campus-based uni where everything is within walking distance and you often have facilities on site like a shop and a restaurant? Or how about a city-based university where you're based in a busy area in the UK and you use public transport to get around between buildings? Or maybe a collegiate university where you live or study in smaller groups called colleges, such as Oxford or Cambridge. You also should think about the size of university. Do you want to go to a small or bigger one? Remember to think about the facilities that you will need. These are both physical facilities like a library, a sports pitch, or a certain type of accommodation, as well as facilities to support you, such as a disability and dyslexia support team or a careers service. It's important to remember that it's not just about the university, it's also about the courses that are available. There are so many options of what to study at university. You might be thinking about taking a subject that you already take at school or college, like one of these. Or you may want to take something completely new and different. That's perfectly okay too. You also have the option of taking a joint honours where you combine two subjects together. This can be done as a 50-50 split between two courses, or as a major or minor split where one subject takes more of your time than the other. When searching for courses, you can use UCAS Course Finder. Here's an example of someone interested in English. You'll find that lots of results will come up. Some are for English on its own, others are for joint honours degrees, and others might be about specific parts of English, like literature or creative writing. Try it for your own subject. When choosing a course, think about the emotional considerations like these. What subjects are you passionate about? What areas in those subjects do you enjoy the most? Do you have a career in mind that you want to go into? And will this course help you get there? There are also practical considerations. What are your strongest subjects at the moment? Remember to check entry requirements of university courses, including subject-specific ones and GCSE requirements. Are they realistic to the grades that you're currently getting? Check if your course needs to be accredited by a professional organisation if you do want to go into a particular career. Check if your course is a Bachelor of Arts, a Bachelor of Sciences, or another option. And consider if you want to take a year out to do a placement or study abroad. For career prospects, you should know that not all graduate-level jobs require a specific degree. It's usually more about your knowledge, experience, and skills. A narrow and vocational course could be constricting. If you're not sure what career you want to go into, why limit yourself? Different courses also have different levels of employability. That means the number of students that go into employment once they graduate. Take a look at the university course website or visit other things like discoveruni.gov.uk. You may also want to consider taking a placement or study abroad year to boost your employability. Some top tips on choosing a course. Don't be afraid to explore new subjects. Just make sure that you read as much as you possibly can about what they entail before you commit to them. In order to understand more about what you'll be taught, look into details about modules and topics on offer. Not all degrees in the same subject offer every topic, so look out for that when you're doing your research. Consider if you'll still be motivated to study this subject in the future. Imagine yourself on a cold winter's morning, forcing yourself to get out of bed for a 9 a.m. lecture. If you can imagine yourself doing that for your subject, it's probably the right one for you. And finally, look into teaching and assessment methods. These vary from course to course and university to university, so see if there are those that match more with your learning style. So what are the next steps for someone choosing a university and a course? Here's a quick look at the UCAS process that you'll go through to apply to university. You'll start with registering, adding your personal details and any additional information, and then you'll add in your choices, which we're talking about today. You'll then include your education, so your GCSEs and the current qualifications that you're studying, as well as any employment experience that you have. You'll add your personal statement, your teachers will add their reference, you'll sign a declaration, make a small admin payment, and then send your application off, which will get distributed to the universities that you've applied for. When you apply through UCAS, you'll be given the opportunity to select 5 courses as your choices. These can be at 5 different universities or can include multiple choices at the same institution. To get to these 5 choices, start with reflecting on some of the questions we've asked today. This will help you to narrow down your pool of universities and courses. Then, you'll want to make a short list of about 10 to 15 universities and courses that might be right for you. The next step is to research. There are lots of different things you can do to learn more about your shortlisted universities. You can use prospectuses, either digital or hard copies, to read about entry requirements and more detail on course modules. You can attend virtual or in-person taster days to get a sample of what it's like to be taught at your subject at university level. And taster days can also be used as supporting evidence on your personal statement. Open days, again, virtual or in person, can give you a really good feel of a university's campus and their facilities, as well as a unique chance to speak to current students and get their opinion. Student reviews are also useful to find student opinions on universities, so have a look at those. There's also league tables, which measure different outputs and compare universities. Did you know that you can access league tables that rank universities by subject? And finally, the biggest part of your research will probably be accessing online resources. Check out the links at the end of this video for some suggestions. As I mentioned, speaking to current students can be a big part of your university and course research. This could be in a whole variety of different ways. In person, if you can attend a university event, but also online through chat functions, through online open or taster days, or through Q&A sessions. Here are some suggestions of things to speak to current students about when you're asking them questions. You can talk about their social life and what they do in their spare time. See if they have any particular sports that they play, a gym that they go to, or any hobbies that they take time to do, or any societies that they're a part of. Ask about the local town or city. If you're moving to university, you're definitely going to want to know what it's like to live in that area. You can ask them about accommodation, where they live, why they chose the hall that they did to live in. Of course, ask them about the course. That's really important. Was the course as they expected? Was it, the same teaching methods or the same assessment methods as school or university? And you can ask them the best and worst things about their university life. Students are going to be honest with you and tell you their actual experience. You can ask them if it was difficult to adjust to university life and if the university gave them any support with that. These are all just some suggestions of things that you might want to talk to current students about when researching universities. After you've completed your research, you should find that your top choices combine all of these 3 things. They offer the subject that you're passionate about and want to study, they provide all of the facilities that you need and the support that you need, and they're located in an area that you want to be. This should bring you down to your 5 university choices, and then, once you've applied, you'll have some more time to narrow these down even further and decide on the perfect university and course for you. If you want to find out more, here are some great websites you can access to research universities and courses. If you want to find out more about Royal Holloway, please visit our website, order or download a prospectus, or find us on social media. Thank you for listening.